Good morning, everybody. My name is Abby. Today, we're going to be doing a yoga flow that is around 50 minutes long. It's going to include some opening of the chest if you'd like to have a little towel nearby that you've rolled up. And we're going to incorporate some movements in a flow that start on our knees as an option. So if you'd like to have a nice rolled blanket nearby for in case that's uncomfortable, I'll walk you through different options when we get there. So go ahead and grab those things and we'll meet on our mats in an easy seat. You can also always have some blocks nearby if they're part of your practice. Maybe set those up towards the front of your mat if you like to use them. And let's take a minute just to arrive in our space. Maybe you allow your eyes to focus softly on a point of the floor in front of you. Maybe they come all the way to a close. Taking a minute to gently scan the body from the top of the head, through the neck and shoulders, the arms, the back, the front of the torso, the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles. Just taking a minute to check in, noticing any holding, any tension in the body. Bringing our awareness to the breath. Maybe one hand comes over your navel, one hand comes on your chest. Seeing if our breathing can move the lower hand with each inhale, expanding. With each exhale, contracting. And then seeing if maybe we can send our breath to the parts of our body where we might be holding tension. Inhaling and allowing the tense parts to relax with the exhale. Sending to the breath to those places of holding. Allowing the body to soften. And while we're softening, stretching up from our sits bones through the top of the head. The top of the head is reaching a little bit more towards the sky, while our sits bones are grounded. And then maybe bringing your hands to the tops of your knees again. You're welcome to leave your eyes closed for this addition of movement, or you can flutter them open and come back into your space now. Go ahead and plant the left hand on the mat to the side of you. We're going to sweep the right hand up and over and lean into the left, arching and stretching through the side body. Inhale, rise up, switch sides. Right hand plants on the mat. Left hand comes up and over, sweeping towards the sky, reaching out. Inhale up. Exhale, plant the left hand again, reaching to the left. Right hand is up and over. And flowing through to the right hand on the mat. Exhaling as we bend in. Left hand is up and over. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Inhale up. Exhale, plant the hand. This time with the right hand is over the top of the head. Maybe you take a minute to stretch towards the ceiling, opening the heart up towards the sky. Inhale through center. Exhale, plant the right hand, bend in. And again on this side, maybe you take a minute to open the heart towards the ceiling on this side. Shoulder blades are coming together. Chest is opening. Inhale, rise up. Plant the left and right hands on each side of you. Just taking a minute to soak in that movement. Hands come to the tops of the knees. Maybe taking a minute to reverse which leg is on top in your easy seat. And then if you want to keep your eyes closed through this, you're welcome to, or you can open them at any point. We're going to wake the spine up with a few seated cat-cows. So inhaling, coming forward with your nose, tracing a line up to the ceiling. Shoulders are melting back and down. Inhale. Exhale, rounding through the back, creating as much space in your front body as you can. Inhale, come forward, tipping the nose up. Shoulders are dropping away from the ears. Exhale, rounding back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Go ahead and move through 2 more of those at the pace of your own breath. And then when you're done, settling into stillness. If you haven't opened your eyes yet, go ahead and begin to flutter them open, coming back into your space. Beautiful. We're going to do a few seated twists, continuing to wake up the spine. Inhale, stretching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes on top of your left knee. We're stretching up through the top of the head. Maybe your gaze follows the back shoulder. Each inhale draws you more up towards the ceiling. Each exhale guides you deeper into the stretch. Inhale, coming back into center. Arms come up over the head. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes onto your right knee. Maybe gaze follows back shoulder. Checking in with each side of the body, noticing, am I holding any tension? Can I release it? Can I drop the shoulders a little more away from the ears? Inhaling back to center, sweeping the arms up and over the head. Stretching as high as you can today while still dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release the hands to the ground. Beautiful. Go ahead and stretch the legs out in front of you. Seated forward fold. We're going to inhale, stretching up from the hips all the way through the top of the head and then hinging forward. If you have that blanket nearby and if the sensation is a little too intense, you can always stick it underneath your knees as you hinge forward. Breathing here. Our legs do so much for us during the days. We're going to give them a little love. If you have a blanket under your knees, you can leave it there and move around it, or you can set it to the side. Inhale, stretching up. Bring your right knee in to your chest. Give it a little hug. Maybe you rock back and forth on your sits bones. And then bringing the right leg across the left. Go ahead and hug that knee with your opposite arm. If this sensation ever becomes too intense, or if it's too intense now, just leave it here. Hugging with your opposite arm. This is a beautiful place to be too. Going wherever your body is asking for today. Plant the right hand behind you. And with your inhale, stretch up. With your exhale, gaze can follow the shoulder. Inhaling back into center. Go ahead and release that leg. Maybe you bounce your knees just a little bit. And then we're going to hinge forward from the hips, folding forward. Exhale. Breathing deeply here. Feeling that expansive breath in the body. Notice how Each exhale is energizing. Allow your next inhale to guide you back up. Sitting up, we're going to bring that left knee up. Give it a little hug. Maybe you rock back and forth a little bit. And then with your next inhale, maybe you bring that knee up and over, that foot up and over your leg. Maybe if this side is different, please feel free to make adjustments for this side of the body. Maybe this side of the body needs to be here. Or maybe this side of the body needs to be here when the other side needed to be here. Just feel free to listen to your body, meet it where it is. And then when you're ready, hooking that top of that left knee with your right elbow, left hand plants behind. Each inhale guides you up. Each exhale guides you deeper as you twist. Inhaling back to center. Go ahead and stretch those legs out in front of you for one final forward fold. Exhaling out as you reach forward. We're thinking of a straight line from our hips up through the top of the head. Breathing deeply here. Allow your inhale to bring you back to rise. Beautiful, you guys. From here, you can come either into your easy seat, or I'd like to invite you to go on your knees. This is a flow that you can do from either position. We're going to put our weight into one hand and sit up, sweeping the arm overhead into this. And you can do it from an easy seat, or you can do it from being on your knees. And again, if being on your knees is too intensive, you can take that rolled up blanket that's near you and you can put it either underneath your ankles to create space in between your ankles and the floor, or if the sensation is more intense between the legs, you can always put this anywhere between the legs that you need. Taking a moment to find the option that your body needs today. Beautiful. Take your time. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to plant the right hand on the mat to the side of us. As we sweep the right hand up, we're going to put the right leg out, creating this side bend. Beautiful. Exhale, come back to center, bringing the knee in. We're going to reverse sides. Right hand plants on the mat. Left foot comes out, stretching up and over. Beautiful. beautiful, you guys. Exhale, come back to center. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Inhaling up. And maybe taking a minute to open towards the ceiling a little bit. Shoulder blades drawing together, heart opening up. Exhale, release. Coming back to center. Amazing. Last time on the right side. Planting the right hand, sweeping the left arm up and over. And again, maybe rotating a little bit to open the chest up towards the ceiling. We're long, reaching through the fingers and the toes, the side of the foot. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Finding a comfortable seat again. We're just going to give our shoulders a little bit of love. Inhaling, drawing them up towards the ears. Exhaling them back down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back and down. Beautiful. Take a minute to reverse the roll. Inhaling back and up. Exhaling forward and down. Inhaling back and up. Exhaling forward, down. Go ahead and do 2 more in any direction at your own pace. And then settling into stillness. Beautiful. Go ahead and turn on your mat to face the short edge. We're going to come into our child's pose. First child's pose of the day. Feel free to make your knees wide or keep them together. Wherever you are, just touching those big toes together. And then when you're ready, walking out your hands, allowing your forehead to come to the mat or to a block. You're welcome to come back to this place at any time during the practice. Breathing here. Maybe you take a minute to slowly inch your right hand fingers a little forward, then your left hand's fingers. Just walking them out a little bit more on the mat. Maybe you roll your forehead back and forth, massaging it. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring our right hand out to the side of us. You can raise it up a little bit if you'd like for this variation of thread the needle. And then we're going to bring it through underneath our left armpit, allowing the right cheek to rest on the mat. It's more like the right forehead. Wherever it ends up being on the floor, just soaking up that beautiful twist. Checking in to see if we're holding tension anywhere that we can release it. And then slowly beginning to unwind. Maybe that right hand comes up a little bit again. And then comes to plant on the floor in front of you. Taking a minute to make any adjustments you need. If child's pose ever becomes too intense, you can always bring that blanket back underneath the ankles like we did a few moments ago, or you can put it between your thighs and your calves. We're going to thread the needle on the other side. Left hand comes out to the side or maybe raises a little bit. Inhaling up. Exhale, sweeping it through underneath the right armpit. Checking in with the body. Inhale, beginning to unwind. Maybe that left arm comes up towards the ceiling again. And then out on the mat in front of you. Go ahead and shift your weight forward. Bringing your knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to walk our hands out for puppy pose. So go ahead and just walk the hands slightly out in front of you and melt your chest down into the ground. Elbows can come onto the floor. Forehead can come to the floor to a block. Just allowing the heart to melt in. And if you like, you can play with putting your chin on the mat. Maybe the forehead is what your body is asking for today. Just seeing which variations we need. Inhale, coming back up. Give yourself time if you need it. You can shift onto your elbows and then push yourself back up to tabletop. We're going to do full thread the needle here. So inhale, sweeping the right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, bringing that right hand through. Maybe the left hand stays planted in front of your face. Maybe it wraps around you for a bind. Maybe it stretches out in front of you on the mat. Beginning to bring your left hand back in front of your face. And then when you're ready, pushing through that left hand, gently unwinding, stretching that right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release. Let's do a few cat-cows here before we thread the needle on the other side. Inhale, tipping the spine down, nose comes up, and exhale, rounding through the back. Inhale, sweeping the nose up, back drops down. Exhale, rounding through. Spine draws away from the floor, head is dropping. Inhale, sweep up. This is the last one. And exhale, round. And then coming into stillness before we thread the needle on the other side. Finding your neutral spine. Inhale, sweeping the left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it through underneath the right armpit. Again, maybe the hand stays in front of your nose here, the right hand. Maybe it goes long. Maybe it comes around for a bind. Beginning to move that hand from wherever it is back in front of your nose. And then taking your time, pushing through that right hand, coming to rise, left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Before coming back to plant on the floor. Beautiful, you guys. Coming up, pushing up so that you're sitting on your knees. Raising up. Beautiful. From here, we're going to do another variation of what we did earlier. We're going to lean over to the left, plant our hand, sweep it up and over with the right. For the third variation of side opening stretch. Maybe you open towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back up. And then you can bring your other leg back in. Go ahead and stretch your left leg out to the side. Bending over into your right hand as you sweep over with the left. Inhale, coming back up. And then bringing that knee back in. Beautiful. Go ahead and find your child's pose. Setting the hips back. Allowing all that beautiful movement to sink in. Inhale, come back up. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Walk the hands forward for puppy pose. Allowing the heart to melt forward. Seeing which variation your body needs this time. How can we meet our bodies with curiosity? What do you need today? What do you need at this moment? And then shifting forward onto our elbows, we're going to lower ourselves down and forward onto our front bodies. Adjusting the arms, coming into Sphinx, long spine. We're stretching up through the top of the head, allowing the shoulders to melt away from the ears. We're long through the back, reaching up, just soaking up the benefits of this back bend. Tops of the feet are connected to the ground. They're rooted, they're stable. We're connected all the way through the hips and the torso. Exhale, release. Stretch your left hand out to the side on the floor. Left cheek comes to the mat. Use your right hand to push your right leg up and over your left. Coming into this twist. Just soaking it up. Exhale, begin to roll back onto your front body. Take your time to get there. And then stretching your right hand out to the side. Use your left hand to push you up and over. Left foot comes to plant behind your right leg. Noticing if this side of the body is holding tension differently than the left side was. Can we send the breath to any parts of the body and help them relax? Go ahead and begin to come back onto your front body. Taking your time. Both hands come to plant underneath the shoulders. We're going to just push up for any variation of cobra that you need. Maybe it's baby cobra today. Maybe you walk your hands out a little bit farther. Maybe you come up into a higher, and maybe you come up into a different form of this pose, walking your hands out, just seeing what your body needs. Maybe it needs Sphinx again. Coming onto elbows, drawing the shoulder blades together, opening through the chest. Meeting our bodies with curiosity, seeing what they need today. And then lowering yourself down, plant the hands underneath the shoulders if they're not already there, pushing up and back, sending your hips towards your heels for child's pose. Maybe rocking that forehead back and forth. Maybe dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And then when you're ready, coming to lower yourself onto your back, sitting up and arriving in any way that you'd like to today. Just lowering yourself one vertebra at a time. Maybe you lower yourself onto your side and go from your side to your back, however you would like to get there. And then when you're here, just taking a moment to hug your knees into your chest. Taking a moment to walk out your hips a little bit. And then taking any last stretches or movements that your body needs today. Maybe you stretch as far as you can from fingers to toes. Biggest stretch you've taken all day. Maybe you take a minute to take up space and take what you need for your body. Maybe your hands come all the way out to each side. Maybe your feet come out to a star and you just take a moment to stretch and be. And just rest in the space that is there for you. We are getting ready for our Shavasana. If you would like to stay here stretched out with your arms as far to each side as you can and your feet as far to each side as you can, you're welcome to. Or if you'd like to bring that blanket underneath your knees to support your legs, or if you have a bolster, a pillow, anything that you like to use in your Shavasana, go ahead and grab that now. We are settling in. This Shavasana is going to be about 6 to 7 minutes long. I'll be here to guide you out when it's done. While you're laying here in your Shavasana, maybe taking a minute to allow your eyes to flutter closed or to fix onto the point of the floor. Maybe they come all the way to a close, or maybe they stay focused on the wall. Anything in front of you, whatever you're needing. And wherever you are, maybe taking a moment to breathe deeply, inhaling, maybe noticing how your inhale is expanding your torso. And then maybe inviting in relaxation, starting at the crown of your head, going through the face, the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the mouth, the jaw, the back of the head, the neck, the tops of the shoulders, the arms, down through the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers, down the back of the torso, from shoulders to hips, down the front of the torso, from shoulders to hips. Then the hips themselves, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, the toes. Inviting in relaxation with each breath. And noticing how each exhale is sending energy throughout the body. Breathing in relaxation, breathing out energy. Maybe seeing if we can melt into the floor a little bit more with each exhale. Slowly allowing movement to come back into your body. Maybe starting with your toes and then working up through the legs. Maybe you start to windshield wiper them back and forth. Maybe you roll onto one side before gently pushing up to a seat. Thank you for taking these moments out of your day for your body, mind, and soul. I look forward to seeing you again next time.